Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. In today's installment for my collabathon for Sew Purple to End ALZ, I am partnering with the gorgeous Sheree from Sheree Thomas. If you want to see what we've made, then please stay tuned. So I've been watching Sheree pretty much since I started watching sewing YouTube, and I love her channel. If you're not already familiar with her, then please go and check her out. Her link is in the description box, and of course I will have a link to her collab video there as well. But Sheree and I have decided to make the Seamwork Almada robe. Now this is a pattern that I have made before, and I do have a review on it, so I'm not going to get as much into detail today because I have already done that, and I'll link that in the cards here. But I'll tell you a little bit about what I did and what I did differently this time than I did last time. So if you're not familiar with the Almada, I'll put a picture of the line drawings right here and the stock photo. It is such a beautiful lightweight robe. Now we call it a robe. I believe in the UK they call it a dressing gown. It is meant for like lounging. It's not meant to dry you off after you take a shower. And it's just a nice casual lounging robe. So it's a cocoon style. It's got grown on sleeves. It's got these two wide ties that are kind of in the middle of the front panels, which is really unusual, and I think it adds a really beautiful design detail. The sizing for this pattern goes from extra small to 3XL. If you're familiar with Seamwork, you know that their sizing is very inclusive. The sizing for the 3X is bust of 54 inches, waist of 46 and hips of 56, but it does have a large amount of ease because it is intended to be very flowy and oversized so that it's roomy, so that as you're lounging, you have, you're not restricted. So if you don't want it that roomy, then you might want to consider sizing down 1 or 2 sizes. I did not do that. So I made this for my sister, and she and I are kind of similar sizes, I believe. I've lost a little bit of weight, so I don't know. I made it to fit me, and I believe it will fit her. So I made the size 2X. I believe last time that I made the 3X, and it was really big on me. So I think the 2X will be a good size for her. Fabric-wise, it calls for lightweight woven fabrics. And I used this, it's a rayon jacquard dobby dot print. I was gifted this fabric from Morex Fabrics based in LA. And I was gifted several pieces of fabric, and I'm going to do a full review on all those fabrics in October. But for now, I thought this fabric was perfect for this garment. So it's got this like ivory whitish background. You can see the dots in there, and they're a jacquard dot, so they're embedded in the fabric, and it's got this beautiful little purple ditzy floral print on it, and it's just very drapey. It's 100% rayon, and it's just this really beautiful lightweight fabric. It's almost silky like, but it's not silk, so I thought it would be perfect for this pattern. I believe I had 3 yards of this, and the pattern calls for anywhere from 2 3/4 to 4 yards, depending on the size that you're making and the width of fabric. This was, I did have to make an adjustment to the pattern because I should have used 3 1/4 yards of fabric, and I only had 3. So because of that, the pattern does have big wide cuffs at the edge of the grown on sleeve, and I just skipped the cuff, and I had enough to do everything else. So I just finished the edge of the sleeve with a baby hem, and I think that still looks fine. For construction and instructions, this is very easy to sew. It's not complicated. It's got 2 back panels. It's got 2 front panels. It's got the tie, and then if you made it, it's got the cuff. It also does call for bias binding around the neckline, the center front neckline, and all the way down. I did not do that on this version. Again, I just did a baby hem and pressed it really nice, and I think that looks fine in this fabric. I purposely didn't use a bias binding because I didn't have enough fabric to do a self binding, and I was afraid that any store-bought binding would just be too stiff for this very flowy fabric. And I think that the baby hem looks fine on this. So I don't think that it detracts from the quality of the garment at all. This is a pattern that is a really great opportunity to practice French seams. I did not do that on this version because I am very tight for time to get all of my collaborations made, but and I don't think my sister will care. I did use my rainbow serger thread, and I think it looks pretty in there. It's a nice little pop in there. But on my original version, I did make French seams. This is my original version, and this is fabric. I love this fabric. I'm pretty sure I got this fabric from Zinks, from my Zinks haul, but it's also like a cotton, a very drapey cotton fabric, and I did French seams in this one. It was my very first time doing French seams. So like on the outside, there are spots where you can see the fraying coming through, and I just need to probably shave that off or something. But it does look very nice with French seams. So if you have the time to do that, I would recommend it because there's no spots on here. I know sometimes some garments that do French seams include it in the pockets, which actually this is my wide strap maxi that I made in collaboration with Ruan this month, and it does do French seaming on the pockets, which is, you know, it's a little bit more involved. The Almada robe, you're literally just French seaming the shoulder seams and the back seam, and that's it. So I would, if you need practice on that, I would do that. I did make a couple of changes this time, which I've actually already mentioned, but I just want to clarify. I did not do the cuffs on the sleeve because I didn't have enough fabric, but I think that the baby hem looks fine, and I did not do the bias tape. Those are the only changes I made. I didn't do any sizing changes or length changes or anything like that. I'm going to insert a twirl now. So I did put this on. I didn't style it because it's a robe. So I just put it on over a solid black t-shirt and leggings just so that it's like not an outfit, but I'm certainly not going to wear like a negligee or something for a internet twirl. But that's probably how my sister will wear it, you know? So I just think this came out really lovely, and this fabric is literally perfect for this pattern. So I know my sister's gonna love this. So I'm excited to send that to her and have her, maybe she'll model it for us. If you're following along but you missed yesterday's video, yesterday was a collaboration with Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, and we both made the True Bias Shelby dress, which was a complete pleasant surprise to me how much I loved how that looked on me. And tomorrow's video is with the beautiful Megan from Megan G Makes up in Canada, and we're making the Style Arc Bacharl, not sure if I'm saying that right, Bacharl jacket. So if you want to see what my thoughts are on that, then make sure you tune in tomorrow. As usual, I am putting all of my ALZ links in the description box. I'm going to put a link to the donation page that's in memory of my father. I'm going to put a link to my intro video in case you don't know what Sew Purple to End ALZ is all about. Then go and check out that intro video. It talks about the prizes and, you know, the background of why I started the hashtag. And in my description box every day this month, I am including the list of people that I'm collaborating with, what project we're making, and what date we're uploading. So please go check out all of the collaborators. They're all fantastic to watch. And if you love my channel, you're going to love theirs. I cannot wait to see what Sheree did with the Almada and how hers came out. So I'm going to go check that out, and I hope that you do too. Wherever you are, I hope the weather's amazing. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.